So, my son turned 18, my oldest. And he reached out to me, right? And I come in back, and then he talked to my younger brother. After talking to my older brother about him reaching out to me. And he wrote me back about who the fuck supposedly I am, right? When I tell you, it broke my heart, but I had to tell my kid like it was. Because I've been 8 years clean. And both my brothers claim I'm still not clean. Well, if you ain't around me, how would you know? You have no contact with me for years. How would you know what I'm doing? You don't call me and talk to me. You don't even know who I am no more. So, I told my kid like it was. Straight up. And he read it. And then he still didn't respond. So, every once in a while, I go to that same Facebook. That's how he got a hold of me. Nobody gave him my number, even though that's what everybody's accusing of. My mother, and that's not true. How he got a hold of me was Facebook. And, he would go read every once in a while the messages I wrote. And when I say messages, I mean I wrote him a lot. And he'd go read it. And I write him again. I had to break it to my kid that I wasn't whoever I said I was. So I showed him. Well, finally, my kid contacted somebody else that was not my brothers and found out the lies. He finally reached back out to me. And ever since then, my kid doesn't love me. When people lie on you, you really need to watch what the hell they say and how much you forgive. You can forgive them, but don't let them back in your life if they ain't gonna treat you right. Don't. I don't have anything to do with my brothers. I don't care who does, who doesn't. I don't. My brother has lost most of his friends. My little brother has. My older brother fucked over most of his friends, supposed friends. So, I mean, y'all accuse me of shit, y'all do. I don't even smoke weed. So, how am I a junkie? Just saying. Anyways, my son and I have a great relationship. And because of it, my son does not talk to my brother, my older brother. Because my older brother lies and manipulates and is a piece of shit who took his rage that he has toward me out on my kids while he had them in the custody. So, my son told me what really happened and how they did. Because I thought he was being good to him. I mean, he got loads of money, you know? Why are you not spoiling your nephews that you got? When you know they had a hard childhood, why are you treating them worse than their childhood? See, I didn't rage at my kids very often. If I got that mad, yeah, I flipped out. I ain't gonna lie. I have a very bad temper. But it wasn't a lot. And I lost my control of myself more than once and acted like my mother and my father toward my children. I will not deny that. And I've asked myself for forgiveness about that because I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't know that it was completely, because they act that way toward the other kids too. The rage part, just not the you can't do this, verbal abuse, putting limits on me, tell me I'm not worth shit. You know, that shit, they didn't do the rest of them, but they rage. Okay? So I thought that was normal. Like, lose control, you let it, you let it out. Well, I told my kid I was sorry, and I meant it with all my heart. And I told my kid I was sorry that I didn't fight for them back. But the whole time that my brother had them, he told me they don't want me. So why would I go against somebody who's got money and I'm broke to get my kids back if they don't even want me. So I didn't. I should have. I didn't. Because I was told they wanted nothing to do with me, and they had no contact with me for years. Don't ask me how I made it. I cannot tell you other than God. The only reason I made it this long is because of God. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. God saved me. And I wasn't even believing it. I wasn't even praying every day. I wasn't talking to him. I was not building a relationship with him. And he still saved me. Because nobody else could. Nobody. Nothing else could. Nothing. God has worked miracles with me that I didn't even know I needed. Because like I said, I gave up more than once. I fit in them boxes and my brother asked me to fit in. I'd get in them and they weren't good enough. I still couldn't get where I needed to go. So I finally said, fuck it. Like, if I can't fit in the boxes and then I do fit in them and then they still ain't good enough, why am I fitting in boxes for you? Like, why are you limiting me? Straight up. Oh, I'm trying to help you better yourself. No, fuck you weren't. No, fuck you weren't. You were legit limiting me. Making rules I did not have to have. And then I found out you were going to try to get my kids anyways. Later on, if I wouldn't known that, you wouldn't have had them at all. I would have went to a homeless shelter with them. Because that's my last option I had. And instead I sent them, asked my brother. And honestly, I regret it. In so many ways. I forgive, but I regret it. One day I hope I don't regret it. I hope I don't. But today, I regret it. So right now, I just deal with it. As it was a mistake I made that I have to live with consequences of. And I did. Now I don't no more. Because my child has contact with me. My child does talk to me almost every fucking day. Every fucking day. Me and my children had the strongest bond. Out of all my friends, me and my children had the strongest bonds. Because me and my children did not hold lies. I told my kids when I was on pills. I told my kids who I was buying pills from. I told my kids every fucking thing. Because if anything happened, I wanted them to know what's going on. They were my world. Yes. Straight up. Still are. But I didn't lie to them. I never lied to my kids. Never. And if they asked me questions I could not answer at their age, I'd tell them, give me a couple of years and ask me again. That's how I'd handle that. Me and my kids had a bond nobody could break. And my brother tried breaking it. And when my kid still hasn't contacted me, he's 18. He's 18. And one day he will. Because, see, my blood runs through his body. Not anybody else's. He wasn't attached blood-wise to anybody else. I don't care if he resents me or not. He's mad at me for not coming to get him. I know. But when you're told not to do something because they don't want you, why would I go and fight somebody who has their own business and got millions of dollars and they're going to get a really good lawyer if they don't even want to come to me? And I'm barely scraping by. I'm getting by. I'm scraping by. Yeah. Every time I talk to him, he told me they don't want to come to me. They don't want anything to do with me. Okay. So I just backpedaled a little bit. Just left it alone. And tried to make a life without them until they were 18. And that longest part is the second one. Because that was my baby. He used to sit in the vehicle with me in the mornings and drink my coffee with me when I go get some. He'd sit there and laugh and snuggle with me like nobody else. His brother's very, very loving. The only person that child loved and snuggled with was me. Not his grandma, nobody. Me. One day it'll change. And when it does, he's gonna walk away from my brother too. And that's what my brother's scared of. Because he knows he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. Because he knows those are my kids, not yours. You didn't have them since birth. And you didn't keep them until I asked you to. Shit, you didn't even see them. You didn't care nothing about them. But I'm the piece of shit. You're a piece of shit for taking a mother away from their child. And karma's gonna bite you in the ass. Watch it. I promise you it's coming. Because I am special to God. You ain't got nothing on me. See, I'm breaking the chains and bonds of our family. I'm breaking them. Because you didn't. It's coming.